Are you ready?
Yep.
Alright, so BlitzCrank, Relic, Biscuit, Exhaust, Flash. Okay. What was your like mindset going into this game?
That they were. Well, I had first pick, hoping they wouldn't pick Leona because it's a if I pull Leona, it gets stung fairly easy.
Yeah, Graves Leona is pretty strong right now. A lot of people are playing that duo bot. BlitzCrank Tristana is not too bad. BlitzCrank doesn't synergize super well with Tristana though. Like a better pick would have been like Jana or something.
Yeah, he told me to pick Blitz.
Oh, okay. Not super bad, but this is like in a real aggressive lane, so it's like almost whoever gets level 2 first. That would be the main goal of what I would be scared for right now. Are you guys looking to invade here? So they have no ward coverage. Like right here, there's like 3 of them sitting. Like Lee's not doing anything. She's sitting here, and Fizz is only here. So that doesn't give anything.
I can't see the map bottom right due to the icon.
The icon?
It says moth coaching or whatever.
Oh, does that work? Can you see now?
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah. It was just like them sitting here, so there's only 2 here, and they got there pretty late. Like the fastest time you can get there is like 40 seconds. That'd be ideal. That's probably, yeah. That like stops the invade from BlitzCranks and Threshes and all that stuff. But her sitting here, like your team's just kind of sitting, and the enemy team is sitting all in these random places that don't give any vision. So this invade is correct. Can you see it if I maximize it like this?
I can see the game, not the map.
Okay, that's fine. Wait, why is that?
It has a logo on the bottom right.
Oh, okay. Oh, well. So... Oh, you're not going to do this? Okay. Yeah, like, I don't know. Sometimes I can tell my team to ward in like river and side bushes for invades. That's what I would do if I was blue side, and they didn't drop any wards, so that's pretty surprising.
Yeah, this game was just pretty much following on with what Mister had to say. He actually got in curse with me.
Oh, okay. Oh, Chris West. I totally forgot about that. Riot banned that or whatever, so it's like no more. Okay, yeah, so the main thing right here would be worrying about level 2 against the Leona Graves. That would be my main concern. And I would also probably drop... So yeah, you have the yellow trinket, and Tristana has the yellow trinket. So you can drop one of the wards in the bushes, so Leona can't go on you. Because you guys are now being pushed in pretty hard. And you can trade, and you start at hook level 1. So if you got like a hook on Graves and the minions, that would be a lot of damage. And Tristana can just eat him. It's a lot of burst damage. And Leona can't follow up on that because she's not level 2 yet.
Yeah.
So that would be like my main strategy right here. If you guys... Okay, so you guys are getting pushed in right here, which is okay. And Graves just missed his Q, so that's good. And if it's pushing in like this, they didn't do level 2 correctly. It's just going to push their tower, so now they don't have any like way to get on you guys without getting hooked by you into the tower. So they misplayed their level 2 wrong. So I'm assuming, okay, so like right here, I'd probably try to be looking to get a curve hook onto the Graves or Leona. But
my mindset on this was trying to get to Leona to try to...
Yeah. So
yeah,
2 summoners exhaust. And you just, okay, yeah, that was, see, that's a good hook. See, that's all you have to do. Like when you're playing, you were playing solo, right? You didn't have him in Skype, the Tristana?
No, I got him in curse when we were forming group.
Oh, okay, cool. Yeah, so then I would just be like telling him that I'll just get a hook under tower, which he just did, and then if it happens again, this lane is not going to be like even for them. You're just going to stomp them.
No, I did it a couple of times. He was just not expecting me to do it, or he did a poor follow-up.
Okay. Yeah, because all he has to do with Tristana is E when you pull, and he'll be knocked out for like 1 to 2 seconds, and he'll get 3-4 autos if he pops Q as Tristana too. So that's free poke, and there's no follow-up by Leona or anything.
Yeah, I was trying to bait farther back. It was my goal of have Leona pull in on him and then pull Leona to the tower.
Yeah, that would work for sure. They just keep like pushing on you guys, which isn't like correct at all. If they wanted to use this bot lane to their advantage, they would freeze it around halfway, like right when the minions meet each other, or at their tower. So Leona's useless now. It's like if you picked Morgana, then the Leona would just be absolutely useless champion in this game. Sorry about the dogs. And, okay, so Lee Sin going into blue. The Yi can 1v1 the Lee Sin for sure. And then, oh my god, dogs, please. Hold on, I'll be right back. Alright, sorry about that. 3 dogs are a little OP.
It's good.
Okay, anyway, so you traded the bot lane summoners as well, so that gives an advantage. And if Yi was smart and you called it in chat, he would just come down and those would be free kills right there. That's what he should be doing at least. And Tristana, okay, so Tristana I think still has HP pot? Yeah, Graves doesn't. So when you have an HP pot especially, it's like half of a ruby crystal, right? Because if fights last like 7 seconds, you can estimate. And when you pop that HP pot and you're fighting, it's like half of a ruby crystal, right? Does that make sense?
Yeah.
Yeah, so that's like really important bot lane, especially the early levels. If you can make the AD or support use all their biscuits and HP potions, that gives a lead as well, even if you aren't trading. Or not trading, even if you don't get a kill. Rise mid. Who the hell? Okay. I don't know who plays Rise mid. So I would probably...
Yeah, the other team was pretty rough. That bottom guy, the guy below Rise, he died like a ton of times.
Oh. Yeah, no, Rise mid isn't super into the meta. Neither is Lux though, so it's not like a LeBlanc mid who's gonna stomp on Rise. That's good though. His top doing pretty even with Fiora. Looks like Fiora's beating down on him though. So the junglers aren't doing too much right now. The game's pretty stale, which is good. I would probably be playing maybe a little bit more aggressive with BlitzCrank because your hook range is pretty fucking far, right? And if you get like 1 or 2 tower shots and he has no HP potion, so you can trade for free. That's what I would be looking for right now. And they just keep spam pushing into you. I don't know why he doesn't come down. Ah, that was not a good rocket jump. Okay, so you have exhaust up too. So like, here's like the times you should be trading for sure. And he's almost doomed. He's just spamming Q. So these like mistakes by them, you can punish for sure because you're on full mana and HP. Tristana still has her HP potion, so this would be a perfect time to start trading.
Yeah, and we noticed that at one point, and it's just Trish was playing.
Pretty passive.
Even he wanted to play passive.
Okay. Usually the support kind of forces the bot lane into what passive aggressive, you know, that kind of stuff. So that's how it should go at least. Yeah, he just keeps spamming Q. But yeah, Leona's like not doing anything at all. She can't do anything. If he's just there's no synergy between them, and at least with you guys, you're playing it at the same pace, and you're just trying to get an objective. They just really don't know what to do at all.
Yeah, because I was trying to get to a far enough distance where if Leona went in, I could pull him to the tower.
Exactly. Tristana is doing a couple mechanical errors, but that's okay. Just not trading. And her range is superior, so that's okay though. So 8 minutes in game, only 3 kills, that's fine. 2-0 top. Okay, so top lane's doing completely fine. And then mid is kind of losing, but it's still pretty even, I would assume. So here comes If he's gonna come down. See, these are okay. This should be a free kill.
We do trade and get a kill off this, I believe. But cause
okay, they backed. So push the wave. Oh, okay, this is a good call too. Did you guys see them back?
I did. I called
okay, that's good then. Yeah, this is a really good dragon call then.
Yeah, I posed that they were missing, and then we went to dragon.
Okay, yeah, so free dragon right there. That's easy. Nice. It's just on a little far behind CS, but that's not too bad. So I don't think she'll have enough for BF, unfortunately, and Graves does. So that's like a power spike for Graves. Is his BF sword. He can definitely outburst once he gets 6 as well. So that would be my only concern. Because if you guys put the lane where the minions meet again, and Leona decides to go on, it's pretty hard to peel for Tristana, unless she like immediately dodge it with her W or something, or with like a flash. So, and of course Lee Sin could come down and gank, but I don't think his ganks were too successful this game. And doesn't seem like much action's happening bot lane. But the first free dragon is really good. I can't believe that was like a super free dragon. There's no contest. They just keep pushing into tower. I don't understand. Like, you would be doing this with Jinx Janna or something, and just like push the tower, then go mid, and then it would force the bot lane to be even more behind. But I don't know why they keep pushing. So 2-2. Okay, that's fine. Looks like Yi's just doing a really farm jungle route bot lane though. And the ward coverage by blue team has 2 pinks down, 1 green, 1 red by your team. Okay. So the blue team's ward coverage is technically better, but not by a lot. This Rise is doing immediate. Okay. Top.
And then when I went to put the ward in the riverside there, I let the Yi know that there was a ward there, a pink ward.
Yeah, that would be, see, like, that would be fine if he just comes down and clear it, and then that would give you guys presence as well. Oh, no. Yeah, if they just keep pushing you into tower, it's kind of hard to get the hook on him, or her, because of the minion blockage.
Yeah, that's what I was coming across.
He's just, but the problem is Tristana, you're trying to adapt to his play style and not kind of forcing him to do your play style, because if you're seeing their mistakes, like how he was pushing up and getting too aggressive and into the tower, like how you did it pretty early game, you need to punish him for his mistakes and forget what Tristana wants to do, because she's just playing passive and not trading back, even though she has a lot longer range. And just slowly falling behind in CS.
I did that another pull in a little bit, and he didn't kill him again. So I was like, yeah, this is getting pointless. Like, I had him, we got him really low, and Trist ended up dying, I think.
Yeah, he's taking a lot of just free Qs to the mouth, and like autos like that. He needs to utilize his range with Tristana, and he's not. Why do you ward there? That was interesting. That was a free 10 goal. So, okay, if Lee Sin keeps going top, either Yi needs to start counter jungling that, or not counter jungling, counter ganking that, or coming bot lane after you guys get the summoners. Like, that's what should be happening here. But the main thing is either you... Okay, yeah, see. You're landing these really good hooks. He just needs to follow up. And he's dead. Ow, that was bad. Yeah, you should never W in as Tristana, especially with that. It's not so much of your fault right now, it's more of his. Because you dropped the summoner on Graves, and it was fine.
Yeah, so see, I thought that was a pretty decent one.
Yeah, that was a completely fine hook. That would have secured a kill for sure. Like, he blew his flash, but he still took 2 tower shots. So, I'll rewind back here. Can actually slow it down too, so hold on. Okay, yeah. So, like, what you're gonna do here, you're just thinking of, oh, I can capitalize on their punishment by just pulling them into tower, which is correct. And then Tristana needs to not be taking so much poke. That's what needs to be happening here. But, like, perfectly good hook. complete follow-up. Look, Leona's all the way back here, right? So there's no, she can't like just dive under tower with you. And then Tristana. So the amount of time Tristana like actually walked, do you see that? She could have got 2 autos off.
Yeah.
Okay. You could have dropped your exhaust right when you hit under tower though, because that gives him a little bit more time to escape from the tower range if you don't drop the exhaust immediately. And then obviously she W's in, and then she's just gonna get CC right here. So yeah, I guess you could have dropped the exhaust sooner, but I don't think that would have secured the kill the other way. It was more of just Anna's mess up.
Yeah, so that was like the second one there, and we were doing pretty well, still kill death ratio, and then about 5 more minutes, it just the mid got wrecked. Not mid, but top lane.
Oh, yeah, I think he's getting camped now. Yeah, see, Lisa's just sitting top now, and the fizz will just start getting huge. Like you play an aggressive playstyle, correct? Or do you?
Yeah, normally. Like I do Sona, pretty aggressive poke on Sona.
Yeah, that's like a safe poke especially as well. That's a safe pick, I would assume, unless into the Leona Graves. But if you can dodge Leona's E, then you should be fine. And you're running the right runes on Sona, like health quints and armor seals and all that stuff. You should be good to go. This pink's been here for so long, holy. Yeah, I don't think it was so much of your fault this lane. You could have played more aggressive, I guess, and kind of forced the Tristana into an aggressive mindset. But it was more of like a mechanical error by him taking free poke from Graves, even though you got the hooks on your tower as well. And he just didn't follow up properly and didn't use his champion correctly.
Yeah.
So I guess to come back from this, you could also start roaming mid lane. But the problem with that is Ryze isn't exactly the best mid laner and doesn't output the most amount of damage onto Lux. So this is a very tough game, especially with this Graves Leona bot lane. And he's playing him a farm jungle, so like your champion wants to roam, get the kills with your hooks, but there's such little follow up by your team, it's hard to do any of that. So even though you're playing a perfect BlitzCrank in this lane right now, I guess you could have picked like John or Nami and just in a really passive lane and just farm and disengage whenever the Leona Graves go in, and I guess that could suit your ADC. But from a mechanical standpoint, you did fine in this game, and it wasn't your fault. So next free dragon. Okay, so the dragon's up. So I would be going toward this right now, which you are, I think. Yeah.
I'm trying to get people to go to it, stating that it's up right now.
Let me show you. Hold on. All right. You know how to word this, right?
No clue.
Okay, so yeah. They changed it a couple times. Like when they changed it when the Summoner's Rift, you could like do it right here, and now you have to do it more like over here. So with any words, you just gotta place it as far as. Do you use display range indicators?
No.
Okay, so if you go into like a custom and then use the display range indicators, you can see the max range you can place a ward, and I recommend doing this so you can get a perfect spot onto securing these wards into the bushes. So I'd recommend doing that for sure.
Awesome. Yeah, no one's ever told me that.
Yeah, you can do it with a lot of bushes. You can do it with this one. You can do it with the ones like right here in mid tower. You can get it over. I'll change a different color. Yeah, you can. Oh, Jesus Christ! Hold on. The green. All right. Still nothing. How about black? Nah. Okay, it's not working. Yeah, you can do it a lot of spots. I'll show you if you get to that point. It's a 32-minute game. Yeah. Okay, you should be able to then. So then, okay, so you're gonna 1v1 him? How is he 1v1ing him? Wait, what? How does the Lee or Yi lose to Lee? That's weird. That was a bad catch up. The ward coverage from them is also a lot better. You can see the map, right?
Yeah.
Okay, so they have 1, 2, 3, 4 wards right here. And there wasn't so much like fighting going on in the river or like the jungle areas, mostly in the lanes, right? So you could have put some more wards down. Because if it's just gonna keep pushing into your tower, Tristana can just sit there and farm, and then you can just go drop some wards. Okay, so your exhaust is coming up. That's good. And now they're gonna take the free dragon because he got unfortunately caught in 1v1. And Fizz. Okay, so now Fizz is too far ahead. And they're ward covered. So this is like when the snowball effect kind of comes into play now. And now Lux is pushing into Rives as well. Mid lane's not super far behind. Oh my, wait, you get this, right? Okay, yeah. Yeah, again, see, your hooks aren't like bad or anything. Like, your hooks are completely accurate. So you need to hyper push this wave. Yeah. Okay. Yeah, you need to hyper push this wave so you can get it into tower range, and then Graves will now miss the CS and the EXP and set him far behind because you just got the hook on him. So you can go in, like, your ult is only like what, a 30-second, 20-second cooldown. You can just go ult the wave and like force the Tristana to push it. And out and okay. You saw that free ward right there, right? By them, the pink ward?
Yeah, that pink one,
yeah.
But I didn't know where they were, so I wasn't going to go for it.
Okay. Usually you should have your ADC come. Wait, what role do you main? You main support, right?
Yeah.
Okay, yeah. Do you have a duo AD then?
Not yet. I don't have any.
Yeah, I definitely recommend trying to find one. Makes bot lane a lot easier. And if you play this aggressive playstyle, like if that's like just how you play the game, that's totally fine. You just gotta find an AD who might want to do that same playstyle, because obviously a passive-aggressive person's not gonna work too well together and synergize, and that's like the most important thing about bot lane. So yeah, I would definitely recommend that you can use the forums and try out people.
A lot of people see that I just ranked to bronze 2 because I did my first 10 the other day, and I got paired up with it's fairly rough trying to do support with people who are either passive or don't know what to do. Or
yeah, ADC is a very mechanical role. You have to be able to follow up. Like, support really what makes the bot lane. That's why, like, I 100% recommend finding an AD duo, because it's just going to be super hard getting these random ADs and trying to carry. Like, I would, if you want just elo, then I would recommend go play mid or top. That can just solo kill as, you know, Riven top or LeBlanc mid, right? Because if you're playing support BlitzCrank and you get these hooks that you're doing, it's not going to work out for you because they're just not going to follow up and not be mechanically as on level with you.
Yeah, and this guy was silver or gold, and I'm over here being bronze and still.
Yeah. Bronze 1, silver 5, same thing.
Yeah. Bronze 1, silver 5.
Ah, now he's dead, yeah. Yeah. It's just like, it's too hard. You don't give enough to Tristana as BlitzCrank. That's why I don't like this synergy, but the Graves Leona synergize well. So yeah, it would have just been like, you know, a Morgana pick that would have saved the saved from Leona. But it's not so much of your fault this lane, which is really annoying, because you're landing these hooks and they're working. And if he was playing like, say, Jinx or like Jinx, Draven, those kind of champions that just have high burst as well, the Jinx could just E right when you hook, and then that's perfect.
And throw down his little 3,
his
whatever.
Choppers, and then he can use his Zapper, yeah. That lanes really well, as well as Thresh. I don't know if you play Thresh. Thresh is pretty good for solo carrying, especially with randoms. His his W, you know, Q, R, E, can really help in bad situations and also make plays. And you seem to be doing really well with your skill shots. So the ward so the ward coverage is pretty even still. Wow, it's like literally mirrored. That's crazy. So the top lane, ward here, and then ward here, ward here, ward here, and they're both pinks. So also, like, ward coverage, you can also get pretty deep wards into the enemy jungle as BlitzCrank too, because you have so much move speed, and you have the silence from your ult. So yeah, that helps as well. Makes your team not get caught as much, but it's solo queue, so.
Yeah, so I was trying to go deeper wards and see. I saw the pink, but I saw on the map one of their guys, so I backed out fairly quick.
Yeah, I'll pull up a map here.
But see, if you see me on the map right now, I'm trying to put some wards out.
Yeah. Also right here. So this you can go right here. You can see the pen, right?
Yeah.
Okay. I'll use a different color. Is this brighter? Yeah. Okay, so you can go right here, and like I said, if you use display range indicators, you can drop a ward right here from this spot. Okay. So that's a safe tip, especially when you're like when you're blue side bot lane. Hold on. I'll just show you once I pull up the map. That's fine. So Fish, 4 people top. If he gets out. 2 people top against 3v2. Okay. Or 4v2. No way, does he get out? Oh, okay.
Yeah, I flashed just because I didn't want him to get out.
That's fine. It's kind of, you can't, like, if it was 5s, then one person could say, I'm flashing, and then go for the kill. But if it's solo queue, then you know everyone's just going to flash, and it's just going to happen. Really no way to prevent it. Unless you just don't want to use your summoner spell and gamble on someone else using it to secure the kill. Oh, wow, she flashed too. You should time the summoners as well. Let your team know.
Yeah. Oh, I only had that one person curse, not the whole team.
Well, I mean, you could just type it in chat and let everyone know. Unless I muted you. So, bot lane pushing here. Okay, so, yeah. He's already too low. But Tristan and Ryze are going to flank them. Lux is coming in from river. This should work out. Yeah. Okay, so, okay, you guys are making a comeback by just catching them out. And this is what I mean by, like, BlitzCrank. Oh, no, you're going to die. Oh, that sucks. It doesn't matter. You're still utilizing BlitzCrank's catch-out potential with your team. So if you guys just keep roaming, they're just going to keep throwing. Unless they realize what they're doing wrong. So this is the thing that you want to do. Is just roam with like your carry or something. And then just pick them off. And then get the objectives like the towers, dragons.
Yeah, the reason I pulled that Leona is because they were low, and I know he does most of his damage close up, so I pulled him away from him so they could do range.
So there's a lot of ward coverage top lane from your team, but not so much bot lane. But you guys should be able to reward this. And you're picking up pinks, that's good. A lot of people don't pick up pinks. So dragon, okay, so now the main objective here is going to be dragon. Okay. So you can drop wards by the way, just like in these spots right here, to give vision for your team. And like over this wall, like you can sit here and just drop a ward right there. And that still gives vision. And that can give Tristana. Tristana can just sit like right here and auto attack because her range is so, you know, big. And that's free autos right there without any contest or poke back. These little small things help win dragon fights. Sometimes it can get seriously cluttered. Okay, pulling Leona in wasn't the best idea.
Yeah, that one was a mess. So I was trying to go for the graves behind him, and he got in front.
Yeah. It's good that you realized your mistake, though.
Yeah, we even said it in group chat. I don't know if he can see it, but I will go, yeah, bad pull.
This should only be their second dragon, so that's not too bad. If it's the 4th or 5th, I'd be a little concerned. That's not too bad. And like, okay, so only 2 people dropped wards. And I think they were both trinkets. Are you going Iceborne this? Are you going Iceborne with that or Frozen Heart?
Frozen Heart.
Okay. If no one's building Ages on your team, then that would help your team out as well. I would probably recommend going that. And like Randuin, so you can get tanky and kind of peel off the Fizz, because Fizz is AD right now. And peel off the 3 main AD damage right now. Because I think
I was having a problem with the laser, like you see that Rye is obvious. Lux laser is very easy to dodge, and
yeah. It's just mechanical errors. That's all. and you can't really play the game for him. So.
And it was funny is I was the lowest ranked person on my team, like a lot.
So okay, yeah. The also problem is like no one's going straight tank, right? So there's no one that can be a meat shield for your carries, and there's like no way he's gonna go tank. So that's another problem with this comp. Your comp is just kind of all over the place. Theirs is more synergized. I think Fiora can one from the Fizz. Yeah, Lee Sin's like always there to protect the Fizz, so I would assume they might be duo. So your flash comes up in 10 seconds, that's good. So you might be able to do a flash pull play and get this game back going in your favor. Gold lead isn't drastically behind, so that's good. Should be dropping wards, correct. Okay, so right there. It's too far. Okay, so 1, 2, 3 wards. So this is good coverage, right? There's no way they can really get in the ramp without getting seen, and they have to go sweep it, so that gives good coverage. This is correct. And you're not going too deep, but these wards are still defendable by your team. That's also really important with pink wards. I would sweep right here, or over here. And put the sweeping right here. Whoops. And draw this, and put the sweeping right there, because that gives the 2 bushes. So now the main, so it's almost 30 minutes in, so people usually do Baron around 35, 40. So the ward coverage is coming down from your team more than their team, which is good. So the main, like how would you come back from this game? Like what would be your suggestion?
We were just having too many kills. We were too far apart.
So again, these hooks are like perfect. Yeah, 2 free kills. Okay. If this comes to a 3rd kill, oh gosh. Okay, he dodged it. This should be a good free kill. Fiora should be grouped with you, but she's not. That's okay. Another good hook. Okay, so right here, what would be? You just got 3 catches, right? 25 minutes in the game. What would be the main ideal objective right now? Let me do this so you can see the towers as well.
To push a tower, middle is
yeah. So you can either push this tower, the middle lane, like you suggested. Why are these colors so bad? Can you see that yellow or no?
Yeah, I just know where you're suggesting.
Okay, yeah, so the mid tower, Fiora's already pushing this wave, so if you guys all rotated, one of you could just kind of tank it, like Rise has a good amount of HP right here. He could tank it, and then you could just get the tower, or right here, if Fiora came, and all 5 of you were there, Lux ult is down so she can't steal Baron. This would be a perfect thing right now. And you have sweeping too, so you can sweeping this as well. And this would be a great objective to get you guys back in the game because you just got those hooks, which led you guys back in the game even more. Or you could get like super deep wards if nothing else happens. Like if no one made a call and you don't know what to do, the last resort would just be putting really deep wards in that they wouldn't clear. So sometimes you have to take command of your team and call it. That would give me a confidence into coming back into this game if you guys just got that for sure. And Fiora wasn't even there. Boost my morale. Okay, so you guys did drop like, okay, yeah, you dropped a lot of wards around Baron Pit, which is good, and the entrances. Oh gosh, how'd he die? Okay, 1 for 1. He should be able to.
Grave gets a triple this one.
Ah. Damn. That's not good. I don't know if you could have done much. I don't know his HP, so if you, I guess you could have roamed up there and seen his HP, and then you could have dropped to exhaust or CC him or something, and maybe help the Yi and Rise.
I didn't want to get him 4 kills, that's why I backed out. He was fairly like half HP still, and I was low.
Okay.
I dropped a ward there under the thing because I knew he was bottom side.
Yeah. So there's not like okay, so you guys are like fighting for no reason, you know what I mean? There's no objectives that each team is fighting for, it's just fighting to fight. It's not like ward coverage, it's not dragon, it's not towers. This is what happens a lot. I think Graves and Loon are prepping for dragon, so that's okay. So you have both summoners up, so like again, you can do a flash pull play and maybe secure one of the carries like Lux or Graves, and then just immediately burst them. I'm pretty sure at least Yi can press the Q button as well as Fiora can press R. So that should be okay. Okay, so now bot lane and top lane are pushing. And then I believe Dragon is coming up soon, since everyone was kind of huddling around it, and I think people are pinging it. Or they're pinging bot lane. But that would be an objective to go for. You're wasting a lot of time just sitting here, mid lane. You could be doing a sweeping Dragon Pit, sweeping over in this the river area, as well as dropping wards. But just running back and forth isn't going to do anything. And now there's 2 top. So if there's 2 top, right now your team, you could either ping them or just attempt to communicate, either push mid tower or go bot, and hopefully he gets the kill. That would be a free objective just from them trying to secure Fiora top lane. Okay, yeah, so this would be a perfect time. Nice ping. Rotate bot lane. Okay, right here, Lux coming in this way. You have like Rise right here. So you can hook her, CC her, and that'd be a free poke or summoner or kill.
Yeah, I saw the person behind him. That's why I didn't do it.
Even if Leona's behind her, you don't have to be scared because Leona's not going to be able to burst you. What's going to happen is usually when people get hooked by Blitz, right? They go into like a mental freak out and want to try to get out, and they don't even try to turn it. Do you know what I mean by that?
Yeah.
Okay, so Leona being here, like I would be maybe scared if it was Fizz or like Graves, but Leona's not going to do anything. She might E onto you, and then that could even secure another kill if your team follows up and flanks them from either after they can go from this way, or they can go from this way and just go right past the tower because minions are here. So yeah, always if they're caught out like that, you should always hook. Especially if someone's right behind you like that, right? Rise, that would be just free poke. Okay, and you guys drop a lot of wards here, which is good. Dragon timer, so 30 seconds, okay. Yeah. So again, you can sweeping the river area. I don't think you've used your sweeping yet. So no coverage on Baron either, which is okay. Everyone should be. Rise is backing at 5 seconds up Dragon. That's not good. And Fiora's top lane. Okay, so then again, so now their team is a lot more prepared for Dragon, I mean. I guess you could try to communicate with them. I don't know if you guys have the timer or not.
Yeah, we did. We had the dragons timed and all that. It's just the team.
Yeah, your
they
team
weren't
should be going
really partnering up that well.
Yeah. Like okay, and also so you could have gone for this dragon obviously. You can try to communicate with your team, but also like the gold lead isn't. These colors are so bad. Okay, the gold lead isn't even like that far behind. So that's the 3rd dragon. Okay, yeah, so free catch out on Graves. So, right here goes. Lux snipes one. You get that. Tristana finally gets exhausted. Oh, again, she jumps in. No. Okay. So this fight could have been won for sure. Let me full screen it and go to the exact time. Okay, so you're not there yet, which is okay. Rise gets the kill onto Graves, which is good. And then what happens here is Yi got bursted right here. Leona's a meat shield right now for these 2 people. Fizz can just troll pull, unless he already used it. And he already used his ult on him. So he's already halfway, right? And Tristana can free auto attack him right here. But the main thing here is these guys are both at full health. And then Leona's here for the meat shield if anyone tries to get on her. So, like, you could probably throw a hook and maybe attempt to get one of these people. But it doesn't matter because Leona's still there and will soak up things. A lot of damage, I mean. And then again, so, like, he just immediately gets caught. So he didn't even put out any damage just because it was poor positioning by him. And I think Tristana right now is too far behind to actually do a good amount of damage to Leona right here. And then Lux, again, full HP. So you get the hook on Lee, which is good. And then Leona is all the way over here. Lux here, Fizz here. So 3 targets are now hitting the Lee. So he should be able to get bursted. And there's no follow-up really from them, right? Because there's 2 people already low. And 1 person who has cooldowns. But now you only have the Rise is full HP. So he'll do enough amount of damage, but it won't be bursty like Yi or the Lux burst compared to the E burst. And then again, Tristana jumps in just to try to secure a kill on someone who is naturally tanky, when she could just jump away like over here and start auto-attacking the Fizz. And if possible, maybe the Lux. She can somehow flank around. But that was the wrong target to go for. I don't know if I would go for her. Yeah, so now she has no escape and Fizz is going to troll pull and kill her. And you can't get there fast enough. And then right here the fight was lost. And then Fizz just tries to go for Lux for some reason. Yeah, that's unfortunate. You guys could have won that fight for sure if everyone just had better positioning. The hook wasn't bad on Lee though. That was a good hook. Just sloppy team fight. Mechanical errors. The other thing could have done was no one was fighting over a tower. They were just fighting randomly mid lane to try to catch someone out. If you guys as a team, it's pretty hard to command solo queue, but if you could somehow try to convince your team into just defending and playing passive until Tristana is late game. And by Tristana late game, I mean there's like a timer set on the game that Tristana gets so powerful that she is the best ADC late game. So it's either required to end the game before Tristana gets to that point, and there's a timer on the game. Does that make sense?
Yeah.
Okay. So if you can somehow convince your team into playing passive, let the Fiora Rise, like mostly Tristana Rise, I mean, scale up and get that 6 items, then you have statistically a better chance of winning the game. So fighting for no reason mid lane isn't going to do anything. And if I would just be sitting under tower clearing the waves, because with Tristana range and Rise, you can clear waves pretty fast. And Lee Sin also falls off really hard late game. And Yi will just scale up as well. So your comp is better late game for sure. I would just be trying to drag it out right here. So there's a lot of ward coverage around Dragon Pit, as you can see, but there's only 1 ward here, 1 ward here. So from you guys being so far behind, blue team's ward coverage should be around Baron Pit like 10 times. 10 times the amount for sure. Oh no, Fiora got caught. Yep, okay. And there's no, okay, so at this point in the game, there's no reason to even be in the jungle, right? There's no objective that you can get from being in the jungle. And there's no way you're going to secure your buffs. The game's like, they have too much deep ward coverage. Again, I would just be turtling under tower, letting my team farm up. And then you can also see, like again, the ward coverage here, how I was pointing out, there's 1 ward here, 1 ward here. You can see if they rotate down into here, and then make a play and try to secure a kill. Or, I mean, team fight as well. And then... Wait, wow, that actually hit. Okay. So that was a good hook, but again, there's no follow-up. He's going to try to split push bot, which is not a bad strat, but I wouldn't recommend it. Where's Fiora? Okay. Oh yeah, Fiora got caught. Wonderful. Okay. Yeah, so this is like really difficult. And if he gets 1v1 by Lux, then there's no way. there's no like I was talking about how you guys need a tank. There's no one who can engage without getting just absolutely bursted by the Lux and Graves and all that. That's another huge problem. You don't have a main engage person. And BlitzCrank can hook, but your team can't follow up nearly as much.
Yeah. Because I did try to do like the Leona and the base and the Fizz, and just no one, no follows.
It would just be better to get a different support. Like that would be, in hindsight, I guess you just have to pick a different support, like a Tristan and Nami, who could just play passive, defend until the late game. But hindsight's a bitch. So now okay. I would assume you guys can push faster for sure. Like if there's 2 bot against the E. Oh, you guys surrendered. Okay, still. There was 2 bot against the E, right? And you guys, if Fiora came mid, you could honestly push a lot faster than they can. If just all 4 of you focused as a team and just one time, just push down mid, the bot lane would be forced to back and that tower would go down, and maybe the tier 3 mid tower would go down as well. So that was a poor rotation by them for sure. And again, there's not a lot of coverage in the Baron pit by either team. And 33 minutes in, that's the main objective as well. Okay, do you have any like questions, laning phase, team fights that you think I missed? Or...
No.
Okay, I'm gonna show you League of Legends. Okay. Okay, you can see this, right?
Yeah.
Map. Okay. Is this color good? Yeah. Okay. So the main warding spots that you could have done that game as well is that the Baron Dragon Pit early game didn't have a lot of ward coverage, and you guys got the first dragon. So the second dragon should have been definitely equally as important because you just got a 41. So it was like kind of the first dragon and the actual real contest and fight. But yeah, you could have definitely warded these spots right here to give vision for dragon. And also, do you remember that fight that happened around right here?
Yeah.
And like how I think the Fiora got caught right here, I believe. Yeah, you could have dropped wards in easy spots. So when you're standing like right here, you can drop a ward right here. It just goes back to that display range indicator and maximizing the ward coverage and using the terrain. And then like I was talking about how Tristana can stand here and just get free auto attacks. That's really important as well. And also, like, so now the main thing was also jungle catch-outs, like how Fiora got caught that maybe 5 minutes ago into that game. You could drop like a ward here, and then right here, and like right here, right? And you can drop these wards in safe spots, especially because you didn't use your sweeping that much either. But if you sweeping these areas, there probably wasn't that many wards. So this would be a free spot because you don't even have to go this way. You can just go this way, and then drop a ward right over the wall. No, and then the blue buff is secured or not. And then how this ward right here, you can just run in really quick as BlitzCrank because you have a bunch of move speed, drop a ward, and then that'll give all this vision, and them trying to catch you out or something. And then this ward is, I think, my favorite. A lot of people try to come in here and just sit here and try to catch you out, but it doesn't work if you have a good ward right there. And everyone should have been probably buying a lot more pinks as well. And then how I was talking about early game, how if you don't know what to do after you get an objective or kill them, you can go into these spots right here, drop a ward, and right here is like a really cool spot for a pink ward, especially in the early game. No one even clears this like ever. This is a really good spot that secures the red buff and also prevents the ganks from bot lane happening unless they go through this way or this way. But usually River's warded a lot, and sometimes mid lane can ward this spot. But yeah, I would recommend dropping a pink here for sure. That gives a lot of vision. The more risky play of dropping a ward right here is you getting caught from the mid lane, following up right here with the jungle and potentially the bot lane. So that would be a good spot, maybe late game if you secure an objective, like you get the dragon and then you team fight and then you just go up here, drop a ward. Now you know their pathways. When it's 40 plus minutes maybe in the game, this is still a good ward spot, just in case if you're behind. So when they do get it, most teams go this way, or they try to sit here and try to catch out the enemies, or your team I mean. So dropping ward right here as well is still safe. Like, if enemies are just going to sit here, and you come up this way, and then just drop a ward on, like I said, using the display range indicators and using the maximized ranged, this would still be a safe spot without you getting caught. And that would prevent them from coming in this way, or this way, or this way. And knowing if they're going to start pushing this tower or something. And then when it comes to Baron Pit, this spot is like almost always warded if you're blue side. So I would definitely sweep that. And also you can come in over here, drop like a pink or something, because if it's 50 to 40 minutes in game, no one checks that bush. And that gives vision like up to here. And you can sometimes see them running in lane. This is a really high contested spot for warding. And like I was talking about how you can sweeping right here, and you can get these two bushes. This is a good sweeping spot. But also if you drop a ward here, somehow, like maybe after you team fight or something, and then you try to decide what tower to push, or you go mid lane. That's also a really good pathway. You know if they're going to go to their blue or something, or they're going to go down to Baron Pit and ward. And then this spot I wouldn't recommend warding. It's too risky. These spots are pretty useless to ward. Like right here, if you ward here, this gives vision if the jungler's coming in this way or this way, right? And warding here is only going to give vision if they go this way. So I don't like these ward spots at all. I don't think they're useful at all. Dropping ward here if you're mid lane or support, or whatever role, and dropping here.
Yeah.
That's definitely the best ward spots. It only takes like a second or two more. Bot lane, like, okay, yeah, I remember now. When you went into the bot lane, you guys got him pushed, which is fine. That wasn't exactly, the best thing that could happen in that lane, but it doesn't matter. You can also, when you get into lane and the wave starts like right here, right, they're even, you can drop like a word right here, and if it's against a Leona, usually Leonas are going to sit in the bush and wait for level 2, and then just try to use the bush to their advantage and then go on you. So if you're AD and you can just switch off warding that bush for trinketing with your trinkets, then it'll make Leona's engage a lot less scary because you'll know when it's coming. And the same thing goes with the bush right beside it. And also, so when you're red side and you're bot lane, I was talking about this ward spot you can try in a custom. And the main thing with pink wards is that with a pink ward, it lasts forever, but it takes 5 autos to kill. So when I think of that, I think of, I want to put it in a spot that I can easily, that it gives me vision, but I can easily defend it, right? Instead of putting it like up here, well, they can just walk up here without any contest, and then just take the pink ward, yeah. So when I drop my pink wards, I just want to make sure it's in a spot that gives me a good amount of vision. It's easily defended. That's a key component into placing pink wards. Like right here, no one places. You know how people used to always place pink wards here before they changed the wording? Did you play before that?
No.
No, you didn't? Okay, well, you could just buy a million green wards and just drop as many as you want, but I only limit it to 3. But people used to drop pink wards, and then you'd have to go get oracles and get it, which gave vision of that. But now no one drops pink wards here because it's so easily just killed. If you're ahead and you drop a pink ward here, it's like a useless 100 gold. But if you drop a pink ward when you're behind and you drop it like here or even sometimes here, that still gives a good amount of vision and it's still defendable, right? So that's what I mean by dropping pink wards. I don't think I have anything else. Do you have any questions or anything?
No.
Okay, well I think that about covers it. Yeah, so just this game, I guess hindsight could have picked a different champion and tried to get that. I would recommend definitely getting a duo though, for sure. With an AD, look into that. Kind of hard to find, but usually more people are aggressive than passive. when it comes to bot lane. I know that one for sure. Yeah, okay. Well, that's all I got. Hopefully I did okay.
Yeah, learned a lot.
Alright, man. Well, message me on Skype if you need anything, okay?
Yeah, later.
Alright, later.